Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough of the peer-to-peer fundraising system on Driven. So the first thing you're going to do is go under marketing and find peer drives. This is where all of your peer-to-peer events are going to live. So as you can see here, I have a couple of demo events up so we can see the URLs to load them. This can be a subdomain off of your main domain or its own unique domain. When you need to launch a new one, you can copy an existing one to sort of save having to go in and repopulate everything that's more or less going to stay the same from year to year. And we also see some high-level statistics in terms of how much has been raised, how much registration fees, total donations, our goal, all of that sort of stuff. So if I hop into the details here, we're going to see a whole bunch of information. So first of all, we have all of our registered individuals listing here. We'll have all of our teams, the members, how many members are in the team, total that they've raised, what their goal is, and some controls. All of the donations that have come in under Peer Drive. So these will also show up on the individual donor's profile, but they show up here for inevitably when someone says, "Oh, I gave to the wrong person. Please fix that for me." You can just simply go in here and quickly change, who the donation is coded to. And last but not least, we have some content pages for the actual peer-to-peer website where you can add, information about us, about the event, all that sort of stuff. Okay, so at the top, we have a whole bunch of different controls. So for example, we can send a broadcast email out to all participants. This can also be sliced and segmented, to just specific registration types or, just to team captains or just to, participants of a particular, heat if you're sort of doing time starting for your event. Send invite lets you invite someone to join the peer drive event and allows you to skip over the registration fee or waive it if you'd like. Edit event lets us edit some high level things like the goal, the URL, start and end dates, the default share images, logos, all that sort of stuff. Waivers if you have one for sign up. Registration options lets you define what your registration is like. So we support multiple options. A lot of our customers in the pandemic, as we're sort of coming out of it, have had a offline or sort of virtual and in-person event, and the in-person event is capped. And the virtual is unlimited because people are sort of doing it in their own location or homes. As well, we support multiple levels of registration under those different types. So for example, you could have a virtual event with a standard registration and a VIP registration, and same for the in-person event, which could be attendance capped by the system as well. You can assign different things for those options, right? So you can say if you're registering as a VIP, you get a t-shirt, all that sort of stuff. Main page and thank you page let you sort of edit pages that come up and the display when you land on the page and what you see after the event is over. Registration waiver lets you edit the registration waiver and change the text that you're going to use for your registration waiver. Registration questions let you add questions and sort of select who they're for. So for example, you can say what size t-shirt, and you can make this a required input. And then we can say, our options are small, and we have 100 of those, and medium, we have 100 of those, large, and so on. So this can be used for like questions like, t-shirt size, or if you're having multiple heats, like a 10:30 start, an 11:30 start, a 1:30 start, and so on, that can be as a question as well. This is all captured into the database and can be reported on as well, so you can pull that out. Great for events that have little RFID devices to sort of track for photos and placement and all that sort of stuff. Can work with those type of vendors and support that as well. Manage sponsors lets you manage the sponsors on the event. So, the location and the presentation of the sponsors is all controlled by templates. So all you have to do is upload the images of your sort of title sponsor and sort of any other sponsors. And the system controls that automatically. You can manually add teams, although obviously participants can create a team too. And you can also add new navigation pages. We have batch entry for both donations. So if you have an event where a lot of your participants do offline fundraising with a traditional sheet, and you want to sort of capture that not just in your overall CRM, but in the actual peer-to-peer event as well, that is can be entered on batch, save time. We also support batch registration. So if you have a bunch of paper write-in registrations, and you want to enter them quickly, email templates. So this is sort of standard, receiving, thank you for registering, all that sort of stuff. Allows you to modify the copy. We also support Milestone Templates. So when someone hits $250 raise, send this email. When someone hits $500 raise or $1,000 raise, send this email, and sort of gives you the tools to sort of coach your participants and invest in their success. Welcome series for new registrations are also supported. That's just sort of supported baseline in the system. So you can sort of have a schedule of emails that go on registration, and then like the second email a week later, and the third email a week later, and so on, to sort of share tips and tricks over time in terms of how your participants can, kickstart their fundraising campaign and sort of keep them engaged. We also support logging in as a participant. So if someone's having trouble with something and they can't figure it out, you can log in and access their profile and see what's going on. You can cancel registrations and convert it to a donation or refund it, or a number of other options, basically making it easy to administer anything that needs to be changed as you go through the event. So looking at the front end, this is all powered by templates. Second, let me check the other one here. Yeah, so we support sort of a top fundraiser and a top team bar, and that can be turned on or off. It's normally here on this page, and it's hidden right now. So this, again, is all template based, so you don't have to worry about the design. You can go ahead and self-manage on the photos and the text and all that sort of stuff. People can donate to an individual, they can register, and I can also show you the actual participant page. So if we let's just find a participant that has some activity here. So if we click the little eye, that's going to launch what the participant sees when they log in. So right at the top here, they're going to see their current rank. They can switch to a team or create a team if they want. Fundraising thermometer showing their individual goal and how far they've come in terms of meeting that goal. They can upload a photo, they can edit the profile message, they can edit sort of information like their social media profiles and all that sort of stuff. See their direct link to their fundraising page. Can click the email my friends button to send an email to a list of individuals that they know. If the participant uses the same account year over year, that email list will actually stay persistent so that they don't have to re-enter the list of their friends. And then send thank you lets you send out a thank you email to everyone who's made a donation to your campaign. It works intelligently, so meaning if I send a thank you email today, it's going to, it's going to email thank yous out to everybody who has donated. And then if I do it, say Friday or later in the week, it'll just pick up the new donations, not sort of everybody that's donated already. Share on social media lets you share a direct link to your fundraising profile on social media. We also support LinkedIn here. And if you recall in the edit event page, you can upload the default image that'll be used on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn when they're sharing. So you can have like the event branding and all that sort of stuff automatically populated. Request help will send in a request for help to whoever in the organization is managing that type of thing. And the donations list will show a list of donors to your campaign. All of these functions are configurable as well, so they can be turned on and off based on what's right for your event. And we can really craft that sort of customized to you experience for both you and your peer-to-peer fundraising participants. So again, that's a pretty high level overview. If you have specific questions or you'd like to dive a little deeper, feel free to reach out to us. We will be more than happy to set up a demo and dig in further either to peer-to-peer fundraising or other parts of the system. Thanks for your time and have a wonderful day.